Welcome to the Magnolia Minute. I'm Corey Poole, and today I have with me Jennifer Maggio, known as the First Lady of Northwestern. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing good. And today you're here to give us a little bit of information about a living library event.
Yes. This event was started back in the fall with our first Living Library event in commemorating September 11th and honoring our military. So for our second event, we decided to plan it for the month of African American History Month, and we're recognizing Mr. Ben Johnson, who is a legend and has left a long legacy here in Natchitoches in the African American community. So we're honoring him and having a panel discussion about his life and the many businesses he started here and the many ways that he's tried to encourage education among our residents in our community, and just all the amazing things he's done for us.
Awesome. Now, when is this going to be?
This Thursday, February 20th. The time will be from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. It will take place on the first floor of Kaiser Hall in the television studio, the Ora G. Williams Media Digital Center.
Awesome.
And we'll start with a panel discussion, and we'll take some questions from the audience.
Yeah. And now, did the first event go over well?
It did. It was really, really interesting. And the idea behind the Living Library events are to bring history to life. So not only to have information about a person or a place or an event, but also to talk to people who maybe knew that person or experienced that event. So it was really interesting to hear the perspective of someone who actually was in the Pentagon when it was hit on September 11th, to hear from people who were with the military actually fighting against the Taliban in Afghanistan and other areas. And so I think it really brought that event to life for our students. And this event is open to the public. It's free of charge, and we have some classes that are coming. Mr. Ben actually had endowed a professorship over in our College of Business. And so I know many of our business classes are coming to hear about his life, and so it will be open to the public.
Nice. And then that kind of leads me to my next question is, how exciting is it to have an event like this on Northwestern's campus?
You know, we talk about learning for the moment while you're in college, the different courses that students take. But I believe learning is a lifetime event. You don't just learn a certain amount of knowledge for a little bit and then now you're good. So even for people as myself, I did not grow up in Natchitoches. So to hear about Mr. Ben Johnson's legacy, he was in his later years when I came into Natchitoches for graduate school. So I'm excited to hear more about what he did in our community as well. So I think it's one of those things where the kids are going to really walk away, the students and the faculty, staff, and community members, really having a better understanding about the city of Natchitoches and how we've grown over the years and some of the major players in this community.
That sounds great. All right, and next we'll talk with Miss Claire Prymus to learn a little bit more information about the event. And we're back with Miss Claire. How are you?
I'm good, Corey. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Now tell us a little bit about Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson was my uncle. He was the eldest of 10. My mother was a baby of the family, and he raised me after she passed in '74. He was an amazing man. He was a philanthropist throughout this community and beyond. He owned the Winfield Funeral Home, the insurance company. He built churches in the African American community. He did a self-help shopping center where the Legacy Cafe and the Ben Johnson Auditorium sits now, which we are trying to carry on his legacy. He donated land for low-income apartments. So he was all-encompassing to me and to this community.
Yeah, so that's just a little sneak peek of what people are going to learn about.
Yes, yes.
And as for the community, why would members want to come to this event?
He was a pillar in this community. He was someone that most people, I want to say all people in this community, looked up to. And if you did not know him, you missed a treat. You missed a wonderful person. So I would invite everyone that did not have an opportunity to meet him to come and hear some of the stories on the 20th.
Definitely. And it's just learning about the history of the town we live in.
Absolutely.
Because he was a part of it.
Yes, yes. I mean, He was, when his first funeral home was in Winfield, and he has some stories in the 1920s and 1930s about just race relations, segregation, coming together as a community, and just moving from there to, he passed in 2005. So over 90 years of experience. So I think it will be a treat for everyone.
Wow.
To know him.
Yeah, there you have it. Come out to this event, get to know Mr. Ben Johnson a little bit better and the impact he had on the Natchitoches community. And as always, thanks for watching.